the bullshit sacrifice that comes with homosexuality. So, this is a topic I have to get out there because literally, this is a strategy that they've been trying to play on me for the last few years, saying that it's okay to be gay because look at all the benefits you get. Now, there was a time where Livingstone had a running gag. Livingstone, originally before he got so-called good, Lily was known for being a heavy Gene Ico fan. That's why he was always on podcasts, commenting on Instagram models, thinking that he was a shit, thinking that it was a professional. So basically, he got famous really for the era that we used to all call him gay. Like, even fucking everybody called him homosexual and shit, and he would laugh like, well, I admit it, and you don't. That's what makes us different. That's how he started off. But then that same year, he came with the roast. And literally, they tried to convince me because he's gay is the reason why he's so open-minded. Is the same reason why he can roast me so multi-dimensional ways. Well, no, that's a fucking stupid-ass scheme. Nobody who is homosexual can actually make roasts like that because homosexual is a mental disease. If you actually do your research. So anyway, what they try to do this year is they try to pay me fake homage. Like what they would do is they would take lines that literally, that I was, partially famous for, and they would expand on them instead of the haymakers. Like, they won't put emphasis on me being Geo, but they will put emphasis on me saying the stupid shit to David, like, David, I fucked her first, and that's not clever at all. And they put emphasis on shit like that, little shit that I know doesn't actually mean anything, but they expand on it. Like, say, they make a reference to it, like somebody will make a song out of something like that. Somebody will make a song off of me saying something corny, but me actually getting a result. I got a result by literally saying stupid shit. Like, there was this one time I was talking to my older brother, and literally, they're all cracking jokes, they're all making me laugh on, and literally, I went up to them with a water gun and said, beat it before you get sprayed with H2O. And my brother started rolling, but that's not really clever. People will take shit like that this year and expand on it and make parties out of that shit. And literally, I know it's not homage, but what they do is they put emphasis on it. They put extra choreography on it. Literally, they put extra emphasis on it. Literally, they paint it in a way to actually make it look like it's literally giving me credit when actually it's making a fool out of myself. They're giving me credit for something that I shouldn't be credited for. So I real bullshit myself happening, so I will be homosexual. They keep on trying the stupid ass scheme. The sacrifice is worth it. Like, no, have your cake and eat it too. So much shit was going on this year doing that shit, it wasn't even funny. But they made it seem appealing. I'm not gonna lie, what they did was, there was this running gag in 8th grade called Being Mature. There was a whole lot of shit literally fucking crazy. Like, there was this girl talking to me and Jonathan. If you don't know who Jonathan is, I'm saving him for another video, and Mr. Pleasure. And Mr. Pleasure is scolding me how I be mature, and she starts talking about One Piece, and she says that Luffy was hot. And I'm over here literally getting in trouble for sexual harassment and this and that, and she's all like, yeah, well, he's hot, and this and that, and I'm sitting over here paying attention to her like a fucking pervert, looking at her rack and shit like that, and Mr. Pleasure is looking to the fucking sky and shit like that. Do you understand how fucking gay that is? You know how many fucking people can attack me at that angle? Like, just because he says something sexual about One Piece does not give you the right to stare at her tits and be all in the fucking moment. That's immature. That's immature at her finest, because she's talking to somebody else and I'm the one looking at her tits when she's talking about One Piece. Instead of me actually being focused on the fucking anime, I'm putting emphasis on the fact that she's calling Luffy hot. Now, if I viewed Luffy as hot, then that would be cool. But I already view Zoro as hot. I already view Law as hot. That doesn't make me gay. That makes me intellectual. I'm fucking joking, but literally, I'm not gay, but that shit is hella funny. No, but seriously, me being able to think like that comes with swagger. And that comes with literally actual character. Me actually saying that, you see how funny that shit was? It's because I actually accepted shit back in the day and I learned from it, and that's how I learned how to make gay jokes. You see how I'm able to make a gay joke and you know I'm perfectly straight? Literally, they came at me with the angle where literally that is metaphorically homosexual. Me focusing on a slightly ugly girl that's talking about fucking One Piece. You don't see anything wrong with that picture? And I'm sitting over here watching AMVs on One Piece all day, getting in trouble in school for sexual harassment and stuff like that. God can honestly say that I'm focusing on the wrong thing and that I'm immature. And that is honestly what made 8th grade so impactful. It's because I got corrected, but it's because I got the chance to make up for it, was the fact that literally what made 8th grade such a great year. But these people, they took that aspect of 8th grade and they expanded it on it like it was a good thing, and I hated that shit. They want me to be praised for stupid shit like that. That is literally the examples of literally how they're doing it. But they're putting it in a crazy ass way. They're doing the same shit with the Netflix shows, making real life Netflix shows, paying me homage, but then treating me like fucking shit. saying undeniable shit with delivery, but having horrible fucking facts in mind. Literally, like, they will deliver shit in a certain way. They will praise me for shit, but they will put it in a rhythm that's, like, actually suitable, like, for gangster shit. Like, they will deliver something gangster, something that they didn't do last year, but they did in order to prove a point. They did that to say, this is what your precious style holds. A whole bunch of irresponsibility. They delivered it in a way that would work on probably most people, but not me, because I always grew up an anime fan. I always literally fucking took fact over style, so it didn't matter what they tried to pull. Like, nigga, you did something crazy, but then they make up for it where a party. Like, literally, it's literally, you can't slap somebody in the face and then throw them a party, which is the exact equivalent of what you're doing. You're just doing it verbally. Yeah, fantastic delivery, but did I accomplish as nearly as much as I did last year? No, not at all. Even with the fucking Nons movie, even with the fucking manga movie, what happened after that? The biggest achievement I fucking made this year, look what they fucking did to me. Look what they fucking did with that. That's the difference between last year and this year. And they keep on trying to shove it down my throat because I wasn't socializing last year. I was absorbed in how much I filled the holes in my life. I was so infatuated to where I was until people started making fun of me for being a grown man. So what they did was they turned my understanding of me being a grown man and turned it into a fucking playground. It's like, oh, we understand that you're mature, but because we have connections and stuff like that, we're gonna show you why. It doesn't even matter. It's power over knowledge, Aries. It's power over knowledge. It doesn't matter. Little do you know, power and knowledge come hand in hand. The devil has power, but is it as nearly as powerful as God's? No. Not at all. Not in the slightest bit. They did all that shit to convince me you have to get past the hard parts in order to literally have the fun stuff. And that should come hand in hand, intertwined. I had enough with that. That's really a bullshit mentality. That's a slavery mentality. So that's exactly what they did, literally. I worked hard for and I saw fucking better dance moves on the street that I did last year. I saw way more dank shit on fucking TV that I did last year. But what was that all at? My expense. Get that. So literally, I work hard for a bit, and then literally, they slander it and fuck like that, and then they literally do something that fills me up with so much dopamine and stuff like that. I'm like, could you do that shit without all that other shit you already did? Can you make me feel good without making me feel like shit 100 times before that? Thinking that I'm gonna forget because of the way you deliver it? No. It's fact over style. That's how I've always rolled. And here's an Easter egg. If you really want to go with that mentality, the whole point of them doing all that is for me to accept the oxymoron in order for me to be homosexual. That is what they want out of me. They want me to accept the oxymoron lifestyle so I will become homosexual. I had enough of that shit. I didn't want to drop this, but there was a secret that I know about My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising. I didn't put emphasis on it because I already got past that problem. It was nothing for me at the time, but I got what the message was. Because here's how fucking people think. So this is back when what the Lisa neutrality was trying to say, because Lisa herself was trying to make me gay, and everybody who supported her was trying to make me gay because they didn't like how literally I got a girl who they're drooling over with fucking ease with nothing at my expense. So literally what they wanted to do was they wanted me to literally go literally to the pen, come out homosexual, so I'll end up buying them shit. So when I watched the movie, if you guys watched My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, this is how much your nerds infected the entire world. Lisa had word of mouth in that movie. Do you know that one scene when Bakugo and Midoriya share quirks? And they're looking at each other and both of their skirts are off? You don't see anything gay about that picture? You think it's just a joke when it's an actual little thing. They put that Easter egg in the movie for you nerds because of the fucking Lisa mentality. I'm sorry, but yes, it's completely true. And that's why they made that shit so much better than anything that Dragon Ball Z has ever done. That's why they made that scene so epic. And they shared that gay moment. And do you know what, Lily? The Lisa devil, like, sometimes I imagine fucking other people trying to bring messages to me when they're trying to shove it down my throat and I don't listen. So I imagine fucking Lisa, the devil Lisa, Lily, the ghost of Lisa in my head when I see Lily, fucking Deku and Bakugo both have this gay ass transformation. Lily, she's like, you see how it surpassed everything Dragon Ball has ever done? It's okay to be gay, Eris. Little do you know, a lot of the people you look up to were gay in the pen. A lot of the people who you listen to will probably fucking ask Lily all this fucking lessons. I know that shit already because I already worked for a hip hop company. So it didn't matter to me. I already know what her message was. I already analyzed it like very first thing. They put that shit in the movie. But you know what I focused on? I focused on that, okay, so they try to prove a point. It's still a really good movie, a really great action. But that's the message they try to portray. Because I'm a grown man, that shit doesn't work on me. That shit was specifically directed towards me. That was word of mouth towards me. But I didn't care because it was a good movie. And that's where you guys have the flaw. You feel like the one little gay scene is going to outweigh the fact that I enjoyed that fight scene. There was some message behind that. But Lily, I'm like, well, you're trying to get a point across where there's really no point. The point's already been proven. And I tried to say that shit in the movie theater, Lily, and I looked at that, I'm like, it's still a pretty good movie. I didn't give a fuck. And that's where you guys get wrong. You can't fool somebody who thinks like that because, Lily, I looked at everything else that the movie had to provide besides the gay-ass Easter egg. You have to understand that. But that isn't the movie. But I'm letting you know, nerds, this is how far you have gotten it.